Holy shit, this was a boring ass fucking movie. And that is one of the greatest sins a movie like this can commit. When I first saw the trailer for this movie, I thought that it had potential, leaning into the genetic modification angle this time for a whole island of dinosaurs. I thought could be a pretty cool concept, and maybe it could even provide some interesting themes for the movie to play into. It felt so daring. But then I saw the initial reviews, and I knew I was going to be in for a bad time. And I mean, I can't say I'm surprised that this film was bad. The Jurassic Park franchise has just been floundering for like the past decade, and this film just does not buck that trend at all. Boring characters, nothing plot, bare bones themes, and once again, the Jurassic World movie is being dragged down by all of these. But even in compared to, I feel like some of the other movies in the franchise, this one is still really bad. Like, look at the first Jurassic World. Sure, the writing's not amazing, it's not really that great, but it's serviceable and there are some cool set pieces. This film just has none of that. This film is just super safe and generic to a fault. It just feels like an AI wrote this film. Like, look at the characters. You have the generic, strong, ultra-competent protagonist, greedy carbo guy, nerdy scientist guy, and like the somewhat grounded family with like some internal issues going on that they resolve by the end of the film. And this is where all these characters start and end. Just stuff that you've seen in 1,000 other similar movies before. Not shaking the boat in the slightest. And all these characters act exactly how you would expect. Every choice made, every character trait established is just predictable down to the last minute detail. And this obviously leads to the characters being very forgettable. The only parts of the characters that stand out are the parts that are so generic and so safe that they end up just kind of pissing you off. And that's how you end up remembering the characters that are memorable at all. Like the shitty little dino mascot. This little shit is so clearly playing into the cute mascot trope that it just feels forced and manipulative. This little dinosaur just pissed me off so much. It had the complete opposite of the intended effect. This film as a whole is split between like the Scarlett Johansson Merc Squad and this dumbass family of four. The Merc Squad is so underdeveloped and generic that you can't really care about any of them, and the family has all the same problems, but they also just have no reason to be in the movie, so they just feel like completely shoved in for, I guess, broader appeal. So you just end up being pissed off at them all the time because they are consistently taking any chance for the Merc Squad to be the slightest bit interesting away from them by eating up the screen time. And when you look at the beat for beat plot itself, it's also super fucking generic. Every plot beat is seen from 8,000 miles away. Everything you think will go wrong goes wrong. Everything you think will go right goes right. It feels like they took a summary of a screenplay and just made that the actual screenplay. There are no legitimate setbacks once the second act starts and they're actually on the island. Only the side characters with no screen time ever die, so we don't care when it happens and we never feel like any of the main cast is ever at risk. So this film just has no tension at all because it's so terrified of harming any little hair on any of the main characters' head. I mean, it's a fucking Jurassic Park film. I feel like tension and set pieces that feel like they have at least a little bit of stakes is the bare fucking minimum. And this film has none of that. It's so scared of killing any of the main characters that it pulls out a fake out death for one of the main characters. That fake out death, when you think is real death, is the culmination of his character arc, quote unquote. So to just reveal that no, he didn't actually die, it invalidates his character. It just makes no fucking sense. The only thing this film has going for it is that it looks good and the first act isn't terrible. Like, the color grading is pretty good. I feel like it makes a lot of the tropical island colors pop with really well playing into the setting, so you can't really complain too much about that. And I do think the dinosaurs look cool. They do this thing where they kind of like give them more unconventional designs compared to what you've seen in previous Jurassic Park movies. They kind of play into the idea of these are dinosaurs that are both mutated but also in their natural habitat. I feel like some of the dinosaurs get a little bit more grounded designs while other dinosaurs are clearly a bit more mutated, and I really liked that contrast. Clearly, the only people with a modicum of autonomy in this film were the visual effects people. They at least got to pop off a little bit, and these good effects and these good look in general leads to some scenes actually being a little cool and a little memorable when you get to just see the dinosaurs in their majesty. These bits of a film where you just get to look at dinosaurs being cool are sprinkled enough throughout the film that it doesn't feel like a complete disaster with no redeeming qualities, but by no means does this save the film. And like I said, the first act doesn't suck. It's not good by any means, but doesn't like fuck up setting up any of the characters. It's for the most part what you would expect out of the first act of a Jurassic Park film. So when I was watching it, I felt like, okay, this is pretty standard. This seems pretty normal, just about what I would expect from a average movie that doesn't suck. It's not until they get into the second act where things just completely go down the drain. Oh, and a small thing, but this film baits the audience with this mutant T-Rex. It starts the film by a scene showing this mutant T-Rex like escaping its enclosure. It's in the trailers a fuck ton. So you'd think it would have some kind of like plot importance, that it would be central to the plot in some way, maybe like the Indominus Rex or the Indoraptor, but no, it only appears in the third act and doesn't really do anything that another dinosaur couldn't do, just does normal dinosaur fucking shit up, so just feels really forgettable and really like it was just bait in the marketing to get people to come and see the newest crazy dinosaur that they cooked up in the VFX department. It's just really the cherry on top of this shitty Sunday. In all, this movie was really fucking boring and really fucking forgettable, with just a couple of cool scenes and nice visuals sprinkled throughout the film. And I'll probably forget I saw it by the end of the week. Gotta give it a 3 out of 10.